Welcome into Warren East High School. We have boys soccer tonight here on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Broadcast Network. Scott Thompson, Mike Cleff with you tonight. Apologize for the jumpy camera as we've started to get a little bit of rain, so we've brought the camera inside. And so we may have a little bit of an obstructed view at times, so we're just trying to protect our equipment. With us, Mike Cleff, of course, will be on the camera tonight as it's South Warren 1-0, the state runners-up from a year ago against Warren East, a team that did not participate a year ago. All the COVID activities and everything, they did not have a team. Luis Cano is the new coach, and he is battling the COVID bug out here. That's why there was no JV game tonight. Basically, his JV squad is wiped out tonight. He's got just enough to play varsity with. He does have a couple of guys missing off the varsity squad. So, he says, they're just glad to be playing tonight. What's to be expected, he doesn't know. Tommy Alexander of South Warren, of course, we saw him Tuesday night at Warren Central. He said those last 8-10 minutes of the match, he says, not like we talked about, stretching and drinking and everything, Mike, about taking on fluids. He says, it's ridiculous the number of kids that he had go down with cramps.
Yeah, basically all bets are off that, one of those opening matches of the season, and you can practice all you want, but, Scott, what factors in as well is the game starts, it's daylight, the humidity is there, and obviously the game ends under the lights, and a lot of times, not just student athletes, but adults figure they don't need as much fluids when it's nighttime, and obviously that's not the case. You're late in the match, and you're running on adrenaline. Very well contested match, and again, it's not like it's your 15th match of the season where
right. But he said it was humid.
Right. Yeah.
And I mentioned that on the broadcast. It was humid, but he says it's not like we've preached, and that these young men should know. Take on fluids as the night goes along.
Right.
All right, we'll be underway here in just a few minutes. A little light sprinkle in the area right now. Both teams out on the field. We'll be ready to start. It's Warren East playing host to South Warren, and you're watching live coverage on PrepSpin on WBKO as you're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
At Flora, Tampa & Stewart, when you're hurt in a car accident, you're going to get personal representation from the top attorney. We may not be big, but we're local. You will meet with me personally. We're loyal and always on your side. We won't run from big insurance, and we will stand and fight for your rights. After all, it's not the size of the firm, it's the attorney who will fight for you. I'm Flora, Tampa & Stewart.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
A little light rain has begun here at Warren East. There was rain on my way up here, Mike, and you may have come through too, but I could see up Oakland, Smiths Grove area, some rain, but we have a little light shower falling. The breeze actually feels good up here in the press box, but as long as there's no lightning, we have soccer to take place tonight here at Warren East. As you can see the blue turf field here, and Coach Brandon Combs, the athletic director here, and his staff, great hospitality, and we look forward to getting our soccer underway here.
Yeah, and Scott, I know you talked a lot about South Warren, and in the open you talked about what Coach Alexander said to you about, saying one thing about getting ready and preparing yourself, staying hydrated and cramping, but sometimes someone has to go through that before they really understand the point. And it's one thing now, let's see what happens. And Scott, quite frankly, this is a match tonight that South Warren should win. And I know you'll get into this. A lot of credit to Warren East for fielding a squad tonight, especially what they went through last season and so forth. And obviously, credit to them. And they're going to want to go out and prove something. South Warren, I think, wants to prove something as well, because that was a nice win a couple of nights ago. So basically, Coach Alexander, I know him. He's going to tell them that if you're going to want to do what you do last season, finishing second in the state, you have to bring it against every team, every single match, every single half. And, he's a tremendous coach. I truly have an element of curiosity with the Raiders, because there's some players that are going to be thrown from the frying pan into the fire tonight.
And there's some unknown about Warren East. A year ago, did not compete any whatsoever, and then here you are. You've got your fourth game in. You've already lost to Bowling Green. They lost to Franklin, but beat Barron County. But yet you got the state runners-up here at your place, and basically there hadn't been a team here for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm. And again, it's early in the season, so a lot of times, Scott, this can go both ways. This could be, even if they don't win, this could be a real confidence builder for a lot of young players on Warren East. And the other thing for South Warren, they've got some players that they're trying to incorporate as well. And again, you might see some signs of them basically getting acclimated to match play. So
a lot of freshmen are on this Warren East team.
Yes.
When we look at it, how many of them are dressed? As I'm looking at this, there are several that are dressed, but a lot of them he's trying to get that JV program going. Well, it looks like they're probably going to be no JV game for at least 10 more days, and they did not know really until basically I walked in here at 4:30 or so that we were even going to play soccer tonight.
Right, and here's a positive: everyone's going to get to play. So their coach is going to find out what a lot of these young players can do, because right now I see about 4 Warren East players on the bench. So in other words, they're all going to get action tonight.
Leading the way, William Bilambali. He has scored 6 goals in their first couple of matches so far this year. Of course, South Warren will kick things off here. We're at Warren East. Jim Rossfield, legendary football coach. Coached a little track along the way. One of the nice guys there has been through Warren County Public School System. Teacher out here, his wife, Kathy, was a teacher in the system. Let's think the world of that family. And my early days of radio, Jim was coaching here back in the early 80s. And, I got to know him real well. And just when they named the field after him, I was ecstatic about that. I was just completely, and he was just so humbled.
I remember my first year here living in Bowling Green, they were still getting this field ready. It was under construction. And I came out here when it was done, and I was wowed then, and I'm still wowed. This is something else.
It's nice. They asked me, I did PA for them out here at home football games for a couple of years right after the blue turf. I enjoyed it, had the time to do it, was glad to do it. And we're ready to get things going here at Warren East in South Warren, and it looks like that is going to be Karen Music who will get things kicked off as we're waiting on our official to start the match. He's running over. Something about the ball, soccer ball, was not to his liking.
Well, it's got to be to his liking or else. I mean,
it's just like in basketball.
It's his sandbox.
Yeah. They either let air out or they put more air in, at the start of the game. Same with football.
Well, and Scott, you touched on it. In case anyone has just joined us on the live stream, this is the varsity match. It is starting much earlier than previously scheduled, and that was because, as you mentioned, Scott, there's not a JV team.
I thought it was because of our early bedtime.
That might, that could be a factor as well.
Yeah. No, but as we said, COVID is really, we know about football. Thank goodness, Warren Central's opponent was able to pick up a game. They'll get back into routine on Tuesday. Our football game will be out here tomorrow night for the J. Allen Builders Bowl. We'll have the second game as Warren East will be playing host to Logan County. That is a go. I have confirmation that is a go. There's no worries whatsoever.
Very glad to hear that.
They did have some running as precaution, keeping some away on the football team, but they've been able to keep everybody healthy. But we are a go, so we'll have that live stream approximately 8:15. The first game cannot start until 6 o'clock. One of the teams coming in from Tennessee says we can't start till 6. So 8:15, 8:30, will be a ballpark time for us. Just watch our social media sites at WCPS Sports on Twitter and on Facebook, Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. We post everything there about what we're doing and everything going on Warren County Public Schools sports-wise, as we can't get a properly inflated soccer ball, I think is what our holdup is. So we're a couple of minutes away from starting, but we do thank everybody that was interested in this. Checked our Prep Spin site before I came out here, and a lot of you were checking in, ready to watch this, and we appreciate those. And nice numbers. Our first soccer match Tuesday was South Warren at Warren Central. This will be our final boys soccer of the season. Then we'll have a girls. We'll be back out here, Warren Central at Warren East later in the year. We'll have volleyball coming up starting next week. Some big matches. Warren East at South Warren, I believe, will be our first match on Tuesday night, if I remember our schedule correct, Mike. And then we'll let you know about next Friday night's football game. We inadvertently had a wrong schedule. We did post at Hendersonville, Tennessee at South Warren. Actually, it's South Warren at Hendersonville, Tennessee. So we will either have Ohio County at Warren East football next Friday night, or if Warren Central is good to go, we'll have the Trigg County at Warren Central football game for you right here on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Appreciate everyone's patience on the ever-changing schedule. Obvious reason why it keeps changing is, as Scott's mentioned, that old wicked COVID throws a wrench into about everything these days, including schedule changes.
Yeah, and that's something out of our hands. Here we go. We are underway as South Warren is on the attack. See how things go here. Tommy Alexander says, I'm going to play everybody tonight. He's got a couple he is sitting out tonight for various reasons. But he says he will play everybody, and I think that he's getting the message to him that, take on fluids. It's humid. It's a light rain, breezy, but still it's a lot of humidity out here tonight. Throw in from the sideline by South Warren. Of course, the goal the other night, Braxton Nobles scored the only goal in South Warren's victory over Warren Central on Tuesday night. The goalie, Stephen Rodriguez for Warren East. He's got that orange color jersey. His East is in the blue. South Warren is in the white. Kicked out. We'll have a throw in on the far side. There's a kick on goal that's over. Trying to see who that was. The jersey numbers are small on the front, big on the back.
And I apologize, Scott. I'm not going to be a lot of help on the numbers because
that was Braxton Nobles, the guy who scored the goal the other night.
My eyesight has Father Time is winning. My eyesight is decreasing.
You're aging well, though.
Oh, thanks.
Other than that, right? Okay. Here's the free kick from Warren East.
Scott, you had a chance to visit with Warren East coach. What did you think of him?
Well, briefly, they pregame warm-ups, they were struggling to find jerseys because some of the extra jerseys are with the kids in COVID, and so, just they're moving some kids around. They had duplicate numbers, but they were able to make it work and get I think you spent a little more time with him. I think we'll learn more, but I didn't get a chance to talk to him about his background. Just, we're rushing against the clock, to get the match started. But he seems very knowledgeable, and he's talking about building that JV program. And when you didn't have a opportunity to compete a year ago, if some of these didn't play in a league or a travel league or anything, then a little rust on them.
And obviously, South Warren's Coach Alexander, someone that you and I have a lot of respect for.
I've known Tommy. Knew him as an assistant coach at another school when he got the head coaching job for South Warren. Knows his stuff. I mean, no doubt about it. He's had very good success, and that's what Coach Cano here at Warren East wants to do, is build a program and have success. We're here at midfield. That's Warren East. Number 10 is Javier Leyva. And it goes out, and it goes to Warren East on the throw-in. We do have a light rain. You might not be able to see it in the camera, but there's a light rain falling here at Warren East.
Here's a hint.
Yeah, that umbrella is a giveaway, and several umbrellas popped up. Some brave people without the umbrella. We're almost 5 minutes into this match. South Warren has had one kick-on goal. Warren East just now able to get it in to their offensive end of the field. That's Leyva. And it will be South Warren on the throw-in. Fastest growing sport for many years is soccer. And it's really in the last 10 years, I guess, here in Kentucky, where soccer's just really blossomed. I mean, it's been growing, but I guess really blossoming into a really super competitive sport statewide, probably in the last 10 years. South Warren on the attack.
Well, and Scott, just within the past 2 school years, look at Warren County Public Schools on the boys' side, as you mentioned. South Warren state runner-ups last year, 2 years ago. Greenwood girls, your state champions.
Yeah.
Featuring the player of the year, who's currently playing at Auburn, Anna Haddock.
Yeah. So it just tells you right here. And, of course, Greenwood's success before Amy Hellowell, coach, before she took a college job, had great success. South Warren boys a couple of years ago had a good run. I believe they were state runners-up, I believe.
Just
about 3 or 4 years ago, if I remember. Here's the attack, and defense by Warren East kicks it out. And it'll stay with South Warren as the ball's kicked out of bounds.
And, of course, recently, I think it was 2018, Warren Central boys soccer got to the semifinals.
Right, yes. Semifinals.
It was 2017.
2017.
Yeah. And, of course, their terrific coach, A.J. Ray.
Yes. They gave South Warren all they wanted the other night.
That was a good match. It felt like an October match being played in a lot of humidity in mid-August.
Humid for sure.
Yeah.
Even when the sun went down over there, it was still humid. There's about almost 7 minutes into this first half. Warren East, South Warren, boys soccer here at Warren County Public Schools. Back with you tomorrow night. Football action will be here at Warren East. J. Allen Builders Bowl. Jody Allen, the field house across the way, named after him, former player here, a big supporter of Warren East. They'll play Logan County, start the football season, and that is a go. We've got confirmation. Numbers are good for football tomorrow night. Of course, Greenwoods will play football tomorrow night. They're hosting the Greenwood Bowl. They play at 5 o'clock against Spring Hill, Tennessee. Also tonight, Greenwood at Bowling Green Boys Soccer. That's postponed down at the pit. Heavy rains overnight and earlier this morning have postponed that game. They've not announced a makeup on that. Girls soccer, Warren Central is at Glasgow tonight. White House, Tennessee at South Warren. Here's a nice block by Warren East. South Warren on the attack. Moving to the back of the field now. Attacking will be South Warren. They've spread it out. Matt Wilkerson with the pass, middle of the field. Warren East, Mazel Giron. That is Javier Leyva, number 10 for Warren East. It'll be South Warren on the throw-in. I'll give him a free kick instead, okay? Eight minutes into this first half. Kick high and over the goal by Leo Kogetsu of South Warren, number 10. Not a dull moment during a soccer match, Mike. It's pass, pass, pass.
Mm-hmm.
Header, kick. Very few stoppages on the clock. That's the one thing, for the most part, that clock runs. Battle out there with Kyosuke Uchida.
The conditioning of these student athletes in soccer is phenomenal.
Well,
it's phenomenal.
They've got to condition in the hottest part of the year.
Yep.
On the attack, Braxton Nobles. That's Warren East. Manuel Carlos, number 4 for Warren East. Throw in coming from South Warren. Matt Wilkerson. Braxton Nobles, and he'll pass in the middle to Kieran Music, 14. Bring it out, set up the offense. It's 11 on 11. And there's a kick on goal. The goalie mishandled it. There was some traffic in front of him. And fortunately, the ball was kicked away. Kick on goal. No good by Kieran Music. South Warren on the far side. And it's a kick into the side of the goal. And Warren East will have the free kick. Watching live here on Prep Spin, the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. This is boys soccer. South Warren 1-0 against Warren East 1-2. Scott Thompson, Mike Cleff. You're watching us on Prep Spin. Go.prepspin.com and WBKO.prepspin. We appreciate WBKO's partnership and also streaming these, so you have multiple ways to watch. Of course, you can watch us if you're in your room and you've got the Roku or Fire TV stick. Hey, put it up on the screen there. You watch it on the Prep Spin app. High def. Well, we're broadcasting in high def, but you imagine on a 50-inch screen what Mike is shooting at right there. That guy running across the field looked like a giant.
That's a nice option.
Yeah. So there's plenty of options for you there. And we're expecting a little more light rain to pass through here very shortly. Warren East. And now South Warren comes up with it. Kick on goal is wide left. And that is, let's see who that was. I got a foggy window here in front of me, Mike. I believe that was by number 10, Leo Kogetsu of South Warren, right there where the official is. Free kick coming from Warren East. Header by South Warren. That is Moses Mendez, or Mo Mendez, they call him. Nice complex here at Warren East. Those of you who've been around a while, Mike, this field used to be turned perpendicular. It ran across the back of the high school.
Wow.
They changed completely the turn of this, when they, because the softball and baseball field were back to our left where the bus is parked now. Softball was back all the way to the left over there where they can practice in the grass there.
Scott, one thing about this facility, of the 4 county schools, of the 4 schools in Warren County Public Schools, the weather is accentuated the most. So in other words, there's a little bit of wind or a little bit of cool weather here. It is definitely more noticeable here compared to the other 3 schools.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just the way the lay of the land is, and when they build the schools, then you put your athletic facilities around where the school goes. But the setup here is nice, just like at Central the other night, that new press box. There's a kick over the goal by South Warren. It was Mo Mendez. I remember the old press box at Warren Central. Not much bigger than where we're at right now, Mike. And try to get a visiting radio station, and me in there, and the scorekeeper, PA guy, and helper. We were tight. Trying to get newspaper. Big opened up window. You definitely felt the weather, where at least here you've got sliding windows at all the press boxes. That's Mendez. Number 9 for South Warren. Kick on goal and a header. And it's just to the side. Oh, that was a well-placed kick and trying to hit it in over there.
I remember Mendez for a couple of nights ago. He's got some speed.
Yes. I was trying to see who got the header there, Mike.
Oh, it was, I think it was number 13.
Okay,
Scott.
Zha Sang.
Okay.
Zha Sang, he follows us on Twitter. Well, he got turned there. He couldn't see the number. Like I said, you can follow us on our social media sites at WCPS Sports on Twitter, Warren County Public Schools Sports Network on Facebook. Appreciate all your comments. Let us know you're watching. And one thing, our partnership with Prep Spin, WBKO, once these events are over, you can go back, rewatch them. You can download them, watch them again. That's the beauty of everything we do with our partner Prep Spin. Mendez can't quite get over in time for that pass for a shot on goal. Everything's pretty much been played down here on the South Warren attacking end, Mike. Warren East has had maybe one opportunity as we are 15, almost 16 minutes into this first half. No score. South Warren has had opportunities and have been wide with them or over the top of the goal. South Warren will spread it out. And Grant Tatum there, number 8. Now Mendez, number 9 for South Warren. Tommy Alexander feels like this team can go far. Just their second match of the year. Some schools started last week, but he started Tuesday at Warren Central. So they're 1-0 in district play. This is another district matchup. 18 Matt Wilkerson. It's Mendez. Mendez attacking, and he's not going to be able to get a shot on goal. Kicks it out, and Warren East will put it in play. Crossover here, Mike. Coach Cano is the guy over there in that black shirt there. You might get it. Yeah, right there. That's Coach Cano. He's the new soccer coach, boys soccer coach here.
Okay.
That is him right there.
Holding the water bottle?
That's him.
Okay.
He's taking in plenty of fluids. Rest of the
Following Coach Alexander's orders.
rest of the team's on their own. He's got his own water bottle, right? So he's got another big match here. So, Warren East has already played Franklin, Simpson, Barron County, and Bowling Green. They're 1-2. Of course, this is their second straight district match. The 14th district teams, the 5 teams, Bowling Green, Greenwood, South Warren, Warren Central, Warren East make up this soccer district, both boys and girls. And they are 4th region soccer also.
Tell you what, Scott, I've been impressed with Warren East defensively early on. They're active.
Yes. That is William Bilambali, who's the leading scorer back there. Take a pass. Here's a kick on goal, just a little high from Sam Degenhart. He had a good shot at it, just got a little bit underneath it, a little foot underneath it.
I'll get you Coach Alexander here, Scott. And
yeah, he's the one sitting in the chair.
In fact, did he bring a lawn chair?
Well, he did that at Central, too.
You know what?
He brought his own chair.
He's a smart guy. I mean, that just confirms his intelligence.
I'm not going to tell him that, no, but he'll expect too much then. Of course, he brought one of his sons with him over here, who was hoping we didn't have any thunder or lightning. Three great good kids he's got. One of them, they're starting to get a little age on them, so able to come with Dad, wife Alex. Of course, they've known Alex for a long time. Actually, friends with my oldest daughter. So they've been friends for quite a while. South Warren been in control, not put anything on the board yet, but as we are halfway through the first half, we're almost at the 20-minute mark. That's kicked out. Warren East, one of their rare opportunities down here on their offensive end. Warren East on the attack, and it's taken away. No. Malambali. And that is number 16, Justin Mosquera. That's the goalie for South Warren.
I was impressed with him 2 nights ago, Scott.
Yeah, Aiden Pierce. He can clear it out in a hurry, can he, with that kick?
He is, and he's really got good agility between the pipes.
South Warren. See if they get a shot on goal. No. Warren East right there. There's a kick and sailed away, and it's saved from going out of bounds. South Warren still possession with it. Grant Tatum was 8. Kira Mujic, I should say. The kick is out.
If I'm the Warren East coach right now, I am very happy with what I'm seeing from my players.
You've held South Warren to no goals, and we're 21, just a little over 21 minutes into this match. We're in the first half. There's no score. About 5 shots on goal for South Warren, something like that. They had a header that just missed, and here, let's see, they set it up, and they tried it there, and no luck. It'll be South Warren. South Warren will have the kick. Taking the kick will be Kyosuke Uchida for South Warren, I believe, number 5. Number 3 right there with him, Brexton Nobles. No, it's going to be Nobles. East trying to set up a wall of defense. Nobles scored the only goal at Warren Central. And, oh, what a great block. Steven Rodriguez. Right there to get it. Kiosuke Uchida for South Warren.
Good effort by Nobles. Better save by the goalie.
That was awesome save. Kick it out of traffic. Trying to attack is South Warren. That was Nobles.
Looks like we might have another kick, Scott.
I think it'll be another penalty kick here. Be Kiosuke Uchida is number 5 for South Warren. He's a junior. Looks like he's a little lefty. And that is just a little high. Well, we've played just over 23 and a half minutes.
Excuse me.
We got substitutes for South Warren. Tommy Alexander said that's what he was going to do. Says he's got a battalion over there. He's going to play everybody. And Warren East just feels lucky to have just enough to compete here. South Warren on the attack. Pass, the dribble. Another pass to the far side. South Warren will set it up. Wonder if we get a pair of some of those colorful shoes, Mike. I like some of these colors they're wearing.
I do too.
No score. We're here in the first half. South Warren, Warren East Boys Soccer. You're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. Chasing it down, and it does not go out. Now Warren East kicks it out. Now it'll be South Warren. On the throw in. 20 is Blake Berry. "25 minutes into this first half. No score. Seven is Sam Degenhart. South. East trying to kick it out. Degenhart. Nice kick back by Bilambali. So East on the attack, kicked out. East will have the throw in. Nice breeze blowing. You feel it up here, Mike?
It's picked up, yeah.
We move the camera in, so you're going to get part of our window that we cannot move. So apologize for that, but due to the light rain. On the attack, that is Brexton Nobles. Nobles gets by, and another save by the goalie of Warren East. Stephen Rodriguez. We got a player down for South Warren. There was a collision there. The goalie came out to get it, and about 2 other defenders and the South Warren attacker.
Oh, yeah.
And popping up. That's Mo Mendez. Sophomore. See Tommy Alexander coming, check on him. Not sure if he landed wrong. Somebody landed on him. Just about a 4-person collision there as he was attacking the goal when the goalie made the save. And we got an East player and a South Warren player coming in. Over 27 minutes into this first half. No score, South Warren, Warren East boys soccer. South Warren. Now Warren East on the attack. Pass over here to Nobles. Pass gets by Degenhart there. That's Nobles. Nobles dribbling. Kicks it to the middle. Right there. Defensively for Warren East was Nason Duran, number 7. "29 minutes into the first half, no score. South Warren, Warren East boys soccer. South Warren comes in 1-0 with their 1-0 victory over Warren Central district matchup this past Tuesday. Warren East came in 1-2, their second straight district matchup. Kick on goal is stopped. Kiram Mujic. And the goalie, Rodriguez, with yet another save. So far, he's been big for Warren East tonight.
He's played fearlessly.
And that one will sail wide and high off the leg of Sam Degenhart. Hopefully the rain has subsided. As we're getting a little bit of sunshine peeking through here at Warren East High School. It looks like there's a nice band of rain just south of us, kind of going through over, well, let's see where, well, it's not far from here, Plum Springs, so just a little bit. The way it's moving, though, I don't think we're going to get anything here. But over in that Plum Springs area, over towards Rockfield, it seems like there's a nice size band of rain. So back, look out through the window, Mike, and I can see it back just a little south of us here. So hopefully we're going to miss it. 31 minutes into the first half. No score, South Warren, Warren East. Not many places can boast of blue turf, you know.
I love the blue turf.
Well, Warren East had to get special permission.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, to get the blue turf. I like it better than the other color, gold, than having a gold field.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a much better option. South Warren on the offensive attack. Trying to set it up. East defense has been right there, right with South Warren. Couple subs coming in for South Warren. Just over 32 minutes into the first half. 2 40-minute halves. Warren East will put it in play off the kick. Warren East has really done a good job of defending the South Warren attack. I mean, South Warren has had some kicks on goal, but they've been wide or high. And Brexton Nobles 3, kicks it back out. It'll be Warren East on the throw-in. It's Justin Mosquiera on the throw-in for Warren East, 16. Another throw-in for Warren East. We played 34 minutes here in the first half. There's East on the free kick. South Warren up the far sideline. Like every time Warren East gets a kick downfield, South Warren has their defenders there.
Yep.
To thwart any type of threat. No score, South Warren, Warren East boys soccer here at Warren East High School. Right in front of the goal. Kick high. Brexton Nobles. He'd love to have that opportunity back.
Absolutely.
I think the bounce it took, he was not able to get it like he wanted, but was able to get a kick on goal. There's another kick blocked by the goalie. Sun shining here on this east field. Within a mile or two here, it's a nice storm passing through. So we're very fortunate right now not to have that rain. "36 minutes plus into this first half, no score. A couple of girls soccer teams in action tonight. Of course, those had JV as far as I know. Warren Central at Glasgow and White House, Tennessee at South Warren. And we'll get to halftime. We'll try to get you some scores there. Volleyball. South Warren at Davis County, and Franklin Simpson's playing Warren East here. Sheila Yoakley and her bunch. I think that's going to be a team to watch, is Warren East volleyball. Sheila's longtime coach. Glad to see her here at Warren East. I think Central's going to be improved. They've got a new coach, Barnett, over there. Kick on goal. The header coming from Ellen Smahaljevic. And that comes at the 37:06 mark here in the first half. It's 1-0 South Warren. That was a well-placed kick. Smoholjevic was right there with the header. So South Warren, kind of like they did Tuesday night at Warren Central, late in the first half, get a goal that held up. They lead it 1-0. Almost 38 minutes into this 40-minute first half. Kick on goal block. That's Degenhart for South Warren. Kira Mujic, 14. Kick downfield. Over 38 minutes into this first half. South Warren will set it up. Leading 1-0 now. Oh, that pass was blocked by Cesar Alvarado for Warren East. Otherwise, South Warren had almost an uncontested shot on goal. Time being kept on the field by the official, so we know we're in that 38th, 39th minute somewhere. South Warren will have the throw in on the far side. And off a couple of heads of Warren East. Out. It stays with South Warren on the throw in. Nearing the end of the first half, I think both teams will welcome the breather. They've been at it nonstop, pretty good. 1-0 South Warren. State runners up a year ago. 3 great battles with Warren Central. Beat them regular season, lost in the district championship, but beat them in the 4th region tournament. Should be in the final seconds here of the first half. Time could expire, but if someone's, with an attack on goal, they will not stop. There's a kick out. It'll be Warren East on the kick in. .37:06, Alan Smoholjevic of South Warren with a header. And the Spartans have the lead as South Warren's got a couple ready to come in. We should be any moment now. The end of the first half. Oh, boy, Warren East right there almost gave up a goal, but Jeremiah Rodriguez, number 13, good job of deflecting that kick. That's halftime. South Warren leading Warren East 1-0. You're watching Live Boys Soccer on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
At Flora, Tampan, and Stewart, when you're hurt in a car accident, you're going to get personal representation from the top attorney. We may not be big, but we're local. You will meet with me personally. We're loyal and always on your side. We won't run from big insurance, and we will stand and fight for your rights. After all, it's not the size of the firm, it's the attorney who will fight for you. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're at halftime at Warren East, Jim Ross Field here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Ward County Public Schools Sports Network. Good to see former principal at North Warren, Amy Ground, who has been asked to come out of retirement. Now she's the Dean of Students at Warren East High School, visiting with her for a couple of minutes. Good to see her. She's a Warren East product. Played some sports out here, so it's good to see her.
Absolutely.
You know, not many people can be talked out of retirement, but she said they made it worth her while. So, you know, I trust Jonathan Vincent and his decisions.
Yes.
he's pretty good.
I'll tell you what, I got to give a shout out to the hospitality here, Scott. And, you know, my 5 years, I don't want to say that a certain place is my favorite because I like them all, but I certainly have a soft spot for the people here at Warren East. You mentioned Mr. Vincent, the principal. Was the athletic director when I dealt with him a lot, and you mentioned Amy, and the current AD, Brandon Combs, who was the boys basketball coach, and you could just name so many. It's just a wonderful group out here. It's what education is all about in athletics, and it's just you don't get better people than the group out here at Warren East. Just as good? Sure, I'm going to say it's South Warren, Warren Central, and Greenwood, of course. So, but I certainly think the world of the Warren East family.
Long time. I've been out here. Well, of course, being a graduate of the county schools, I've been coming out here since the mid-late 70s, involved in a lot of activities out here. I go back. Joe Watkins was the principal here, and just a tremendous man. He and Fred Carter. Got along great. Fred was, of course, girls basketball coach. Tremendous success here, and so I remember those guys. Jim Ross, you know, I remember Tommy Compton, Dallas Embry, basketball coach. Tommy Compton taking over, and a lot of great people have passed through here. Kevin Wallace, football coach here after Jim Ross, and you know, there's been a lot of good football coaches, you know, come through here, and other coaches and teachers, administrators. So this is a good place to be. You know, it's on the north side of town. So what? You know, it's a great place, great faculty, great teachers, and you know, it's a good home for people.
You know, Scott, I was thinking, just processing the first half, and I believe we have, I'm looking out here, about just under 7 minutes in the intermission. If I'm Warren East coach, I'm thrilled, and I'll guarantee you what he's telling his team right now is, let's learn how to play tired. And you know, South Warren got that goal in the final 3 minutes of the first half. So let's see how a lot of players gaining experience. It's one thing to play, but another, as you know, Scott, to play tired. And it's going to hit them probably at about the 7 or 8 minute mark of this second half, 7 or 8 minutes in. And then let's see how they play. The goalie's been great. I think their defenders in front of them have been active and supportive. And South Warren, they've certainly been aggressive. I mean, they've attacked on offense. And you mentioned defensively, every time Warren East gets something going, South Warren defenders are right there and shut it down. I think Warren East only had one shot on goal in the first half.
I don't think they had any.
Maybe not.
I don't think they had. I don't think they had any whatsoever. They were rarely down to our left. Now, of course, they're being right in front of us here the second half, but I don't recall them really actually having a shot on goal. I mean, they got within, 20 yards maybe of the goal. Goalkeeper came out to get a ball, but really as far as any attacking, it's been all done down here to the right. South Warren, I bet's missed 10 opportunities on kicks on goal.
Mm-hmm.
And they have converted one at the 37:06. Alan Smahaljevic, South Warren 1-0.
I've got to hand it to you, Scott. You are tremendous on these names. I mean, you're not missing a beat. I mean, and there's some tough ones on there. There's some tough ones, and you just
no sleep.
Boom, 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 boom.
No, when you practice them all night and you don't sleep,
you've got them.
No,
I mean,
no.
there's no Scott Thompson names on there. I mean, a lot of them.
You know, and we do have some that are of the Bosnian and the Hispanic, and over the years you kind of learn what's emphasized, how the endings are. Some of those,
and I'm going to say something about the soccer student athletes in the Warren County Public Schools in the 5 years I've crossed paths. Every single one of them, boys and girls, could not be more polite, respectful, representative of their school, and that speaks for the coaches. They are, and I'll run into them. I've run into several of them at a food place, a Subway, a Jimmy John's. There's their free plug. Do we have when I'm buying Mingy beef jerky?
Yeah,
there's
Mingy,
a plug.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, but
when you're at Rafferty's,
and I'm at Rafferty's, they're super. Yeah. I mean, every single one of them.
I think soccer is the one sport where there's more camaraderie. Even though they compete against each other.
Can I cut it? Did you notice the sportsmanship 2 nights ago between South Warren and Warren Central?
Wasn't that awesome?
Tremendous. I mean, every time someone went down, they would. You're right. The camaraderie.
Well, it seems like there's a rivalry there, but yet it doesn't carry over afterwards or during the match. I mean, it's like they really get along together, and that's great to see.
Mm-hmm. And even at the end of the first half of this match, there was a South Warren player that was down, and one of the Warren East defenders and their goalie went over to check to see if he was okay before South Warren's trainer got out there, and he was okay.
No doubt. All right, we're at halftime here, boys soccer. Warren East trailing South Warren 1-0. We'll be back with the second half as you're watching it live on go.prepspin.com and wbko.com/prepspin. This is the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
At Flora, Tampa & Stewart, when you're hurt in a car accident, you're going to get personal representation from the top attorney. We may not be big, but we're local. You will meet with me personally. We're loyal and always on your side. We won't run from big insurance, and we will stand and fight for your rights. After all, it's not the size of the firm, it's the attorney who will fight for you. I'm Flora, Tampa & Stewart.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're ready to go with second half action here tonight from Warren East High School. Thank goodness the rain has held off. We had a little light sprinkle early in the first half, but the heavy rain has stayed just south in that Plum Springs area. Passed along I-65, we know over the Oakland. It was going south, thank goodness, from here. So we're a little sunny. Probably a little humid out there. Feel a little humidity coming in the window. We have open even though the air conditioning is going in here, and we thank them for the air conditioning also. But 1-0 South Warren leading Warren East. Scott Thompson, Mike Cleff here. Mike on the camera doing double duties tonight. Boys soccer, only other Warren County Public School team in action. Greenwood at Bowling Green was postponed. That was postponed earlier today. Field conditions over at the pit. Girls soccer, as far as we know, Warren Central at Glasgow. We've not seen any updates. It's been canceled or that game is underway. They may not have even started yet. If they had a JV, they're probably not starting for another 30 minutes. White House, Tennessee at South Warren. Volleyball, last night, Bowling Green beat Warren Central 3-0. South Warren on the road at Davis County in volleyball tonight. And Warren East, just over to our right, is playing host to Franklin Simpson. Coming up tomorrow night, football starts in Warren County Public Schools. The Greenwood Bowl at 5 o'clock, Spring Hill, Tennessee at Greenwood. We'll be back here, 8:30 start, J. Allen Builders Bowl here at Warren East, Logan County, Warren East. 8:30 anticipated kickoff. The first game starts at 6, so we hopefully be on the air somewhere around 8:15 to 8:20. And then Saturday, North Hardin against South Warren at the Rafferty's Bowl at WKU. Warren Central's football game, of course, got COVID canceled earlier in the week, so they don't play. And they're hoping to resume activities on Tuesday and possibly play at home next Friday night against Trigg County. And they are looking for someone for 2 weeks. They're home. They have an open date Labor Day weekend, I believe it is, or the week of Labor Day, and they are looking for an opponent to hopefully be able to have 10 games this year. Because I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of COVID cancellations on football games. And it's good, Mike, that these schools last minute can say, "Hey, I can come to your place," or we'll go to your place, and help each other out when they get these cancellations. Fortunately, they're getting them early enough. As South Warren, another kick on goal, sails high.
I'm stating the obvious, but these schedules, Scott, and you're sending out updates constantly and for good reason. And that is the schedules are just going to be fluid like crazy.
Kieran Mujic had a kick-on goal there for South Warren. They lead 1-0. Warren East will put it in play as we are just a minute and a half into the second half. 1-0 South Warren. We'd love to do more soccer, but we're limited right now where our internet connections, where we can have our Ethernet cords. Warren East and Warren Central are only 2 locations. Our IT department is working on, everything, and it's not cheap to run the necessary cabling to do this and the equipment. So hopefully in the near future we will be able to visit South Warren and Greenwood Soccer. We will have a girls match for you later. I believe it's towards the end of September. It'll be Warren Central here at Warren East. Girls soccer. And, depending on changes in schedule, we may have other opportunities for you. But we've got, I think, 6 or 7 volleyball matches to come your way starting next Tuesday. Warren East and South Warren. South Warren on the attack. Right in front of the goal. Oh, he got away. Aned Golubovic, a kick on goal right to the goalie. Rodriguez again with another save for Warren East. Now, if they have a post-game meal, he's first in line.
I agree. He's earning his stripes tonight.
I tell you what. He has earned everything back there. He's had several right in front of him. He's been able to block them. Of course, we're in the second half, so there's still a lot of time. He may have several more shots on goal that he'll have to defend. Of course, you look across the way, Mike, over there, you see the baseball field at Warren East getting a new fence. You know, Warren Central was just finishing up the other night getting a new fence, their baseball field, and you look across there, and there you go. When you back out, you can see the fence over at Warren East baseball. Have a new look when we do baseball in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
Another one by Rodriguez.
Even when they had the old fence, I just thought their baseball facility was another really nice complex.
But when they had the baseball field different place, they had such a small press box, and trying to do radio, there was barely room for two of us.
Really?
And then you had to climb up 4 or 5 steps, and you barely had room to get up in it. So wonders they've done when they redid these ball fields with the press boxes. Much better accommodations. That's Warren East. Number 2 is Andrew Garrity, and now here comes South Warren. There's a header back. Yeah, the defense for Warren East has earned everything. You know, it's just they've not had any offensive threats tonight, and I guess Coach Luis Cano, that's the one thing, you know, he'll be proud of his defense, his goalie, but, you know, his offense, I think they'd scored 9 goals in 3 matches, and here tonight they've not had a shot on goal 1. South Warren pass deflected there. That was by Nathan Duran, number 7 for Warren East. There's a shot on goal by South Warren, and Rodriguez able to block it and keep it from going back towards any South Warren player. All the middle schools have fall sports going on. They've got football that's cranked up, soccer, they play baseball, or no, softball plays and volleyball plays. I think they play spring baseball, middle school. Their basketball won't start up until around the 1st of November. Of course, look forward, Mike, hopefully doing a couple of wrestling matches this winter. Try to get in
That'd be great.
a swimming match or two, and they got another stop by Rodriguez.
That'd be another really good one, too.
At the swim complex there by the central office.
It's a nice one.
They have got a new banner up with all the records for each school.
Oh,
They
that's
just
nice.
Just got that put up. That is super nice. Where you keep track of that. And that's another growing program is swimming. Of course, wrestling is just a year or 2 old. There's another kick thwarted by the defense of Warren East. Be interesting to see the numbers on the wrestling and how that sport continues to grow. Coming up in September, the KHSAA Board of Control will be making their decision about sanctioning lacrosse as a championship sport. You know, we have South Warren that plays in Greenwood, I believe, that plays lacrosse.
Those programs have really grown.
And
Doing a great job.
now, I don't quite know if the number of high schools have been met that's required to sanction the sport, the number that are participating. I know those that are participating want to get it sanctioned, but you know, KHSAA says you have to have X amount of schools. I don't know that they've got that number yet, but we'll find out here at their Board of Control meeting in September. Of course, bowling will be coming up this winter.
That's a sport that's got a soft spot for you, Scott, close to your heart.
Yeah, enjoyed that.
It's a great sport.
Had a little success while able to coach a couple of years.
You mentioned lacrosse. If anyone has never seen a lacrosse match, watch one. It is a fun sport.
Oh, you've got to really keep up with things in that sport, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I believe they call it a shuttlecock.
I believe yep.
That thing flies around. You've got to, and in their clubs or whatever those, I'm trying to remember the name of what it is that they catch them in, throw them. I'll know by the time we do a lacrosse match, I can tell you. There's a header, and did it get in? It went in. And South Warren leads 2-0. And getting the goal for South Warren is Safet Sipic. So that happened at the 9-minute mark in. I mean, that header just got in. 2-0 South Warren. Safet Sipic with the goal, 2-0. I mean, he didn't have much room left. I mean, he got it right up in there in that far left corner of the net. Well placed. Pass back to Micah Rowland. John Wilkerson. South Warren with the offense. There's East. Steals the pass. They're trying to clear it out. They do. But just like every other pass they've tried to clear out, South Warren has been right there. Karen Mujic down that corner. And it will be Warren East on the kick. We hope you're enjoying our free live broadcast. And of course, you just joining us, you can go back and watch it after it's done. You can watch it in its entirety on demand. Every event we do, you go to go.prepspin.com or wbko.prepspin. They're there, and you can go back and rewatch it as many times as you want, download it. We thank the folks at Prep Spin and Mingy Beef Jerky for their partnership with us. Wilkerson deep, left side. Really didn't have a good angle on that kick. We are now 12 minutes into the second half. South Warren leads 2-0. Safet Sipic at the 9-minute mark with the second goal of the night for South Warren. South Warren's in the white, Warren East in the blue. Of course, we had a couple of track and field meets for you. That was one of them was here last spring. We were able to do one at South Warren and one at Greenwood. A lot of athletes participate in track and field, so we were fortunate to do that along with baseball and softball in our initial live streams back in the spring. The one thing there's another kick on goal and a score for South Warren. Trying to see who that was. Mike, did you see which one?
I thought for a moment it was Mendez.
Number 9?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see anybody celebrating. I was trying to pick them up over there.
Evidently, it was wide.
Okay.
I think the shot on goal was by Mendez.
Okay. So they've not put up
number
another-
7.
It was shot. Okay. It's wide. Okay.
Yeah, and they still have. Yeah, I think it was wide right.
Okay. It looked like it went in.
It did. Your reason for thinking that is valid.
Header knocked out of bounds. It'll be South Warren throw in on the far side. Good kick over there. Getting the ball back in by Tommy Alexander's son. Chased it down. Then it's right back down with Dad over there. You think he's going to play soccer when he gets older?
I would put that at, can you say 100%?
Can you say he probably has started, I would guess?
Yes.
Warren East trying to clear it out. South Warren on the attack. They'll have it on the throw-in, far side. Over there is Enid Golubovic. Here's East on the attack. Oh. That was William Valombali, number 9.
He's got some wheels.
He does. Well, he scored 6 goals tonight. They've held him nil. I don't even think he hadn't even had a shot on goal. He's pretty much had to play defense mainly, it looks like, for East tonight. He's not really attacked any. East ball. They'll have it on the free kick. $15.5 minutes into the second half. South Warren leads 2-0 over Warren East. Warren East had to play some really good defense tonight. South Warren scored at the 37:06 mark. Ellen Smahaljevic gave him a 1-0 lead, and that one almost got by Rodriguez, the goalie. 2 opportunities by South Warren, and they missed on both.
More nice sportsmanship there. South Warren player helping up the Warren East goalie. Like you said, it's got camaraderie.
Yes. And you see it on football, on all levels, but it seems to think that it's more prevalent in soccer. And there's a header for South Warren. 3-0 South Warren. As soon as we can get that number, we can tell who that is for South Warren. There he is, 15. That was Desmal Ajanovic.
Nice header.
And that happened at the 16.
Tell you what, he's got some size to him, Scott.
Yes, he does. Ajanovic, 5'10". He's 5'10". Be South Warren on the throw-in. 17.5 minutes into the second half. 3-0 South Warren. High. Over the goal. Another shot on goal by South Warren. South Warren has had opportunities. Warren East would like to have a shot on goal, but they've not had any. They've only been able to get deep in territory only a couple times tonight, but South Warren's defense has just been there to answer.
Well, and as always, South Warren has their opponent well scouted, and they're going to say, no matter what, don't let number 9 go on the attack.
Yeah, he's not been a factor at all.
Mm-mm.
Actually, he's been playing defense and not been a forward. Throw in for South Warren. Three 0 South Warren leading Warren East. Boys soccer you're watching here on the Warren County Public School Sports Network. Scott Thompson, Mike Clef, double duty. He's got the camera, headset. Glad we get him both ways tonight.
I apologize if I have some long bouts of silence. Sometimes with the angle of the sun and so forth, I'm trying to keep track of the ball. So if I go quiet for a minute, I apologize.
But normally we would have started this at 7, but the JV game canceled due to COVID. As they barely enough to play. Varsity Rodriguez again with a nice,
very nice
anticipation and block of goal.
Excuse me.
Coming up on the halfway mark here in the second half. Warren East will have the kick. Look forward to football tomorrow night, Mike. You know, we'll be here, Logan County, Warren East. I remember Logan County had a long losing streak, but it seems like, you know, they've turned things around the last few years.
Got the right coach in there.
Yes. Todd Adler. And of course, Jeff Griffith here at Warren East.
Well, you can tell talking to Griff. I think he's excited to see what his guys do. You can tell he really likes his group.
They were finishing up football practice when I got here.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get a chance to yell at him.
Griff's a good coach.
Known him for many years. Good man.
Mm-hmm.
Knows his football, too.
Yeah, he does.
South Warren chases it down. Warren East knocking it away. As Russell Parsons. Little collision there between a couple of South Warren and Warren East both down. I think they both wanted to kick it at the same time. You see South Warren, or excuse me, Warren East helping their own player. He's got a cramp there, it looks like. You see their coaches come out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, humid night, even though breeze was blowing, I think the breeze has stopped blowing, Mike. I can't see anything to show me that we got much of a breeze that we had earlier in the first half. While they tend to him, we'll step out for just a moment. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
At Flora, Tampan, and Stewart, when you're hurt in a car accident, you're going to get personal representation from the top attorney. We may not be big, but we're local. You will meet with me personally. We're loyal and always on your side. We won't run from big insurance, and we will stand and fight for your rights. After all, it's not the size of the firm, it's the attorney who will fight for you. I'm Flora, Tampan, and Stewart.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky. and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You see, Javier Leyva was helped off part of the way, then he took off on his own. I think it's more than a cramp. May have twisted that ankle or something in that collision. He's hobbling around over there. We're almost 25 minutes into the second half. South Warren has scored 2 goals here in the second half to lead it 3-0. They led 1-0 at halftime. Warren East on the free kick. Ahmed Bisic. Now they've got Valambale. He's on the attack offensively there. There's Valambale.
He's just had 0 chances pretty much, Scott.
No, none whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. It's not his fault. It's just a credit to South Warren defenders.
You're exactly right. They've been everywhere. Every time East has kicked the ball deep, South Warren's there to just take it away from them. Right, South Warren here, setting it up. Zasang. Kyosuke Uchida. South Warren is just everywhere.
Seems like they have 12 players out there.
At least, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But they're legal. South Warren trying to get another attack on goal, and they keep it alive. Some good passing, good footwork, and Rodriguez with yet another save. He's been very good back there tonight.
And obviously, normally you have 11 in soccer, but I didn't want to say they had like 15, but it just seems like they have an extra player out there.
Yeah. They cover so much ground.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt about that.
Well, and Scott, they have so many quick, agile, fast players, but their bigger players also move well. Yeah, Coach Alexander, I've been impressed. And you know something? I think Coach Ray's got a good team at Warren Central.
It could be those two again,
Don't you get the sense they might play 4 times this season?
3. Yeah, they could play 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
3 times, yes. Oh, and Rodriguez not able to save that one off. Sofit Sipic, another one for him. That's his second goal tonight.
Nice top spin on that one.
28-38 in the second half. It's now 4-0 South Warren. They've scored 3 goals here in the second half. They've spaced them out, though. 9 minutes, 16:42 and 28:38. It's 4-0 South Warren, and they've played. They've rotated about everybody on their roster. It's just Warren East just really does not have any subs to speak of. put in to rest his players. He's fortunate to play tonight. That's what it's about, learning process. You see South Warren really applying pressure, trying to get to the ball. Rodriguez comes out, makes the save. So Rodriguez will kick it out. Almost 29 minutes in to our second half. Warren East will have the throw in. Ball gets off the sideline. Happy birthday to one of our partners, Scott Lindsay with Rafferty's, Vice President at Rafferty's. Happy birthday, Scott. Very good supporter of the KHSAA and high school athletics. And almost another opportunity there for South Warren. It's not as simple as you think being a goalie.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
You have to watch the ball at all times, and then you've got to react. You've got to, some of it's anticipation too. Which way that ball is going to go. South Warren will get the throw in.
And you have to have a very short memory.
Oh, sorry. Warren East has the throw in. Yes, you do. Sometimes you just have to tip your hat to the attacker and the way they kicked it, because they got to anticipate which way you might be going as the goalie. Rodriguez right there with another save on goal. That time that came off the leg of Kiosuke Uchida for South Warren. Rodriguez clears it out. South Warren will throw it inbounds. Yeah, the ball did not go out of bounds, so back here. They were trying to throw it in. And we have subs to come in. Appreciate everybody that follows us on Twitter and keeps up with everything. Golf going on. We failed to mention that. I know Warren East had a match with Hart County this afternoon, girls. Or guys, I should say. Forshee had a 41, Flora with a 43, R. Austin with 48, R. Racine with 48 for Raiders this afternoon. And South Warren and Bowling Green had a golf match. They got moved to, I think, Paul Walker from Hobson Grove, playing late this afternoon. We'll try to update you if we get that. There's one of the rare opportunities for the goalie for South Warren to get into this match. Come way out on it.
He's been very lonely tonight.
Yes. He's only been around his team before the game and at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
South Warren will have the free kick. I'm sorry, Warren East. Yeah, South Warren will. And there's Rodriguez coming up on that free kick there. Another save for Warren East. Good photo today on Twitter. Rob Clayton, superintendent, along with David Jackers, general manager out at Leachman Buick GMC. They've been donating vehicles for drivers' education programs for many, many years.
That's great.
And I thank them for their involvement. They were doing that. Of course, David's a
He's
big high school supporter.
Well, and Scott, you and I know David very well, and his interest in high school sports is as sincere as it comes. He is very passionate, and he does not do it for self-promotion. It's all about the student athletes.
Well, they sponsor
and
the
programs.
KHSAA Leachman Buick GMC Golf Championships every year, held out at Bowling Green Country Club. You know, they've been doing that for, it's almost 20 years. There's another chance, and Rodriguez comes out at the last moment before the South Warren attacker had a chance to have a kick on goal.
And, too, with David, he's at these games as well. I mean, he doesn't show up for like once a year. You see him often. He is a true fan. And I know I'll say this many times, but, his efforts in regards to his support of sports in the high school area is much appreciated. Really is.
Appreciate Stuff the Bus Foundation. They're making some more donations today. I've seen them all over at some of the schools here in Morton County Public Schools. And
I'm convinced Tony Rose does not sleep. What he started with that, it's incredible.
Well, I go back to the first one with him, and I remember I'd go by and see him, 7, 8 o'clock at night, and just check on him. And he said, I'm all right. It'd be hot. He'd have a box fan, sleeping on the back of the bus. I mean, he had a cot back there, and I mean, hats off to him and Stuff the Bus Foundation for all their support of the Warren County Public Schools, what they do. There's another.
And that's another one.
Mo Mendez there with a kick on goal.
That is a labor of love for Tony. Yes. But you talk to Tony, he doesn't consider it labor.
Well, I went and saw him kind of last minute when they had their setup, and took some school supplies, talked to him, and he and I just reminisced a little bit about that first year or two when he was over there on Campbell Lane. Another kick on goal, blocked by Rodriguez, still in play. South trying to get another kick on goal, but he's just, the years of that, it's just grown and grown. The public support has just been awesome. If you don't think $20 will go a long way, it will. I mean, they'll go buy it. If you don't have time, they'll go buy the supplies, and they can get their money's worth out of it.
Well, and Tony would want to make sure to, there's a lot of businesses that help out, and three that come to mind, Wendy's, also Sublime Media, and WBKO.
Oh, yeah.
And there's others, but those are three that.
Big. You're right, Mike, Yeah, they had WBKO, our partner here on the live streams, had a nice 30-minute program that same day of where they had the collections going on, and they did a great job putting that together and talking about just about everything with the Stuff the Bus Foundation and those board members, what they do. It's not just Tony; they give up their time and help out collecting those supplies. I know when I dropped things off, it like I said, it was within the final hour because I wanted to wait till the end, and there was, I know, at least 8 or 10 board members still there under that tent, taking the supplies in.
That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome.
Of course, I waited. I made Tony come get my stuff. So I'm not getting out my car. Tony gets it. No.
And I'll tell you who else stays busy is Stuffy.
Oh.
The squirrel.
And, the header there almost went in. That Mo Mendez, I believe, tried the header, and it was blocked again, saved by Rodriguez. South Warren has had ample opportunities tonight. They still lead 4-0. We're in the final 39 2 minutes of this game, so clock kept on the field by the referee. South Warren will go to 2-0. There's Mendez there. He's trying again. He wants to score. Done a great job by this East defense. There's Bill Amelie. And he cannot do anything. This defense of South Warren. Having all the subs makes a difference, too. I mean, Warren East, I think, give them time.
Mm-hmm.
Give them time. They have a lot of freshmen on this roster. Freshmen and sophomores. They have some juniors, a couple of seniors, I believe, but mainly younger ones on the roster. Give them time. Coach Cano, see what he can do. We got an East player down in front of us.
Look at who's helping him.
Yeah, okay.
Look who's helping him.
That is Aded Golubovich of South Warren helping stretch out.
That's what sportsmanship?
I believe that's Leva who went down earlier. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
him down again. And now the East coaches are there to help. Yep, stretch him out there. And Larry Starnes, the athletic trainer, coming over. Larry's been around many, many years. Edmonson County guy.
Yep.
Does a great job. Coach Cano there.
Looks like a cramp.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the South Warren, those two players, they could relate. They knew, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They were just making sure it was stretched out until Larry and the coach got there. And I'll tell you what, Coach Combs did a great job getting that golf cart up here in a hurry.
Got Larry up here, and that way if they have to take him off, they've got a way there. They're going to help him up.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Hoblin going to get on the back of the golf cart there.
Yep.
Yeah, that is Javier Leva. He's a senior for Warren East. Let's hope gets back at it.
Says a lot about him, how hard he's playing. Senior, what a great example for those young players you mentioned on Warren East, Scott.
East plays next Tuesday. They've got Todd County Central at home, so hopefully they'll give him, plenty of opportunities, to get rested up, get that healed.
Mm-hmm.
Apollo for South Warren, they'll be on the road Saturday. That's a 6:30 start at Apollo. As we'll wait on the referee, he's keeping the clock, so we're down just probably seconds away. They'll stop it for an injury. And South Warren just kind of playing keep away, trying to at the moment. A nice kick there from William Villambale. And he kicks it to the right. And then I think we got an infraction called, so we may have
might have a penalty kick.
Yeah.
Yep.
I believe that's what we're going to have. We got a South Warren player bent over. So that's the first real opportunity that Warren East has had to score tonight. And now they will get a penalty kick from the senior, William Villambale. I think the referee's explaining why there will be a penalty kick here. All right, so now Aiden Pierce, the goalie, it's just him and Villambale. With just seconds remaining. And what a deflection. Pierce deflected that. So Warren East with their shot on goal. And that's it. Match is over. South Warren comes away with a 4-0 victory over Warren East. We'll come back with a wrap-up. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
At Flora, Tampa, and Stewart, when you're hurt in a car accident, you're going to get personal representation from the top attorney. We may not be big, but we're local. You will meet with me personally. We're loyal and always on your side. We won't run from big insurance, and we will stand and fight for your rights. After all, it's not the size of the firm, it's the attorney who will fight for you. I'm Flora, Tampa, and Stewart.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Final score boys soccer here tonight. South Warren with 3 goals in the second half defeats Warren East 4-0. You know, some bright spots for Warren East. Their goalie, boy, he did an awesome job tonight.
He really did.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Oh, he did. He did. None of the 4 goals were bad goals. They were just good kicks by South Warren, good plays. You know, I actually thought he defended those well, but it was better offense. He moves around there. He's fearless. I think Warren East had a lot of things to be encouraged by. And, of course, if you're South Warren, you got to be happy, too. You win. You know, defensively, they were just stifling, absolutely stifling.
Well, they was dominant. Is it just a dominating performance? I mean, Warren East did not have a shot on goal until the final seconds.
Yes.
And that's it. Otherwise, you know, they play, probably 79 and a half minutes without a shot on goal. That's unreal. And so the defense, South Warren had an answer every time East would try to kick it downfield.
And another thing, I'll say it again, and we saw it toward the end of the match, I've got to give both sides, the sportsmanship's tremendous. I mean, players would go down, the opponents would help them, would tend to them. They're competing, but in a classy way. And, you know, we hear stories nationwide that doesn't happen a lot, or it happens on the bad side, but it deserves a shout-out tonight. 2 nights ago, the same thing. I love seeing that. I do.
4-0 South Warren boys. They improved to 2-0 in district play and on the season. Warren East is now 1-3. They're 0-2 in district play. All right, less than 24 hours, you and I will be back here. Football. It's Logan County at Warren East. We'll kick things off on our broadcast schedule.
Absolutely. Look forward to it, Scott. Appreciate it as always, and we will cross our fingers in regards to tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. We sure hope so.
All right.
Thanks to everyone involved. We appreciate those of you watching on PrepSpin.com and WBKO.com/PrepSpin. For Mike Cleff, Scott Thompson, so long. Thanks for watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.